Most people are always talking about the candidates of which you need to avoid. I mean, I'm not judging. Ways to see the red flags, like I'm all in. Sign me up and have me listen to everybody talk until my ears bleed. Someone showing up late, giving you vague answers, trash talking about previous employers are a few of the main red flags people would see when it comes to searching for the right person on the job. But what if you're new to interviewing people? What gives you an indication that the person in front of you is the right one? The right one. Here are a few things that you should look for in a candidate if that can help you move a candidate to the next round or remove them completely out of the process entirely. One, they know what they're talking about. When I used to look for jobs back then, one of the things that I was always told by my friends, like by my peers, was that to research about the job position and the company that you are applying for. So, of course, it isn't really much of a surprise when you find out that it's the same thing that you have to look for in your whole list of candidates. Those who have done their research are easily seen because you can actually tell if they're very well versed when it comes to the information of the company and position. And they tend to be better hires. If they've done their research, then they might have an indication of what type of culture it is in the workplace and what would be expected of them for the job that they were applying for. So, if you can clearly state that they took the time to research and make sure that they know everything there is to know about the company, then you'll be able to know that they're genuinely interested. Still, it's not just about when the company started or anything like that, though those are still very good points. The thing that they should know is what the company stands for. What is the company's mission and vision statements and their core values? If they're incorporating it in the interview you're conducting, then that means they're it for the long run. Two, their enthusiasm is right there from the start. It's not always about what the candidates say, it's more of how they say it. A lot of the times when I used to go for job interviews, I realized that some of my answers will become too rehearsed. Like it's all scripted, and that kind of thing really did affect on how I was perceived by the interviewers. So those are the things that an interviewer, such as yourself, should be perceptive of. Initially, enthusiasm is expressed based on their body language and the excitement in their tone when they're talking about the position they're applying for or when they're talking about a previous job that is related to the job position. And having to tell that they were very proud of their time there and the work that they did. You know, not just getting by to pay the bills. It's all about caring what they're going to be tasked with doing. Number three is they're truthful. There's always a lot of that talks about being the perfect candidate. But honestly, in reality, that candidate will have flaws, as everybody does. It's not shameful. The best ones are the ones who own up to the fact that they have those flaws. They should be able to identify their weaknesses and talk about them. Even just talk on how they're going to get past it in order to do their job. They can be great at technology but struggle to deal with in-person encounters. This doesn't make them a weaker candidate, but shows that they're very self-aware. They should be willing to talk about their worst mistake and how they learned or grew from it. The best candidate is the one that's willing to hold themselves accountable and demonstrates their ability to learn and self-analyze. Number four is they have good communication skills. As someone who is an introvert but also is a social butterfly, I know it's very confusing. I'm one of the first people to tell you that if you're really looking for somebody, good communication skills have always been the key. This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
Like, it's always like that when it comes to finding friends, partners or families. Having good communication creates a great unit. It's the same when it comes to looking for someone that is good for the company. One of the best ways to test this aspect is to see how a candidate responds when scheduling their initial interview with them. At times, it's hard for an interviewer to juggle between in-person interviews, video conferences, and interview calls. But The best candidate makes your life easier by responding quickly and effectively throughout the process. This help this helps indicate that the candidate is very interested in the company. You know all about the enthusiasm, that one. A candidate who is quick to respond and communicate for an interview is also likely to respond quicker on the job than in person to those who are slow to respond. Yes, an interview is just that, an interview. But great interviews are ones in which you're not always the one leading the conversation. They have a natural back and forth. If an interview feels like an interrogation and more like a conversation, then it indicates that you have a good candidate. If they have questions that are thoughtful, planned out from the before, and are interested in your experience at the company and company culture itself, then you know that they will probably be a good fit. If you click with a candidate before hiring them and look forward to working with them from the first interview, then that's probably a good sign, like a great sign that you've found your candidate. Six is they bring great ideas to the table. A candidate isn't just who is effective at the task they were assigned to, but one who looks beyond the task at hand and is proactive at their work. They show more what they can bring to their position and to the company. Coming to an interview with a list of ideas that they can apply while working on the position they applied for shows that a candidate is understanding and want to make a meaningful contributions right from the start. If you ask them what they would do on certain situations and they respond with a practical solution that you or the company may not have thought before, they've already added value to your company and to themselves before even starting work. A great candidate is one who is already in the mindset of aiding the company. And that is the main six list on when you should know if the person that you're interviewing is the candidate. Sounds like a TV show, right? The candidate brought to you by something, something, whatever channel. Yeah, I'm not funny. Alrighty, check out our merch too by going to teaandsugar.com. And if you want to read more different stuff like this, go to webymoney.com and let us know what you think about this video by commenting down below. More information is in the description box. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell while you're at it. Thank you guys so much. See you in the next video. But here are a few. If they've done their research, then two. Aloha.